Hi guys, welcome to Everyday Nerds. I am Globaloutcast, and that is that is my lovely co-host. What's your name?
heAnimeShogun.
And yeah, today's episode is I'm having a brain fart again. Oh yeah, that's right. Games we could not get into. Yay,
Fucking
brain,
sensitive.
right? Yay, brain fart.
Yeah, more than that, he's fucking stupid.
No, my life is a fucking brain fart.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I know. I said it for a reason.
Yeah, because you're fucking stupid.
Nope. I'm just sexy.
Alright, so let's start with the one you don't like.
Uh, yeah. Wait, I'm the co-host. I was going to ask you that. So let's start off with the one you don't like, then, since I'm the host today.
Damn it, tried that whole reverse shit. Nah, I think the one game I couldn't get into the most, not that we have like a list going on, would be Bloodborne.
Yeah, that is a hard game to get in. Those Souls games are a hard game to get into.
Well, like, okay, Elden Ring, I got into that. I like that game. Dark Souls just felt damn near impossible, but
You just got to get good.
oh yeah, because you're so good.
It's it's a thing with Dark Souls. What about that Sekiro? Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, I think that's another like Dark Souls style kind of game, but I think that's actually easier than Dark Souls or Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2. I think it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Actually, I think Dark Souls 3 is the easiest out of all Dark Souls, from what I've been told.
Um,
It's either 2 or 3 that's the easiest.
I think actually it's what's the word I'm looking for? Elden Ring is actually I think the easiest. That or Bloodborne.
Oh, I was talking about, like, in the Dark Souls trilogy.
Oh, just the three games. I gotcha.
Yeah. Because those are a
Yeah, I,
continuation.
yeah, it's hard to say,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't get into Dark Soul or yeah, Dark Souls or Bloodborne mostly. I just couldn't. I don't know why. It was really hard to get into.
I get it.
The controls just didn't feel right for me.
Go on.
Trying to think what else.
And I
The
can.
controls, the story kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
The gameplay just didn't quite feel like something that I liked. Like with being picky, but without being picky, it just didn't feel like the game for me.
Yeah. And we all have those games. For instance, mine, the game I couldn't get into, you like how I did that transition there, was uh, Monster Hunter World.
Sacrilege. Fucking sacrilege. I should stab you.
Fucking fight me, bitch.
Fucking I'm about to, bitch.
You ain't gonna do a fucking thing.
Yeah, like you fucking gonna do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk shit about Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, well, that's all you can do, because you're a little bitch.
Yeah, and you won't fight me.
Kind of walking all the way over there just to beat the holy hell out of some retard.
No, that would be all the way farther than me.
See what you did there.
I know. I just couldn't get into it because it just felt way too repetitive and a little bit hard for some areas.
So, I can see that. I know for shit like that, for that kind of game, a lot of people had issues with, like, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of people had issues, like, when you go to attack the monsters, you're only doing, like, one damage.
Yeah.
and a lot of people didn't necessarily like that, which I get, but I don't get. You know?
I kind of get it, and I kind of don't get it either. But my main thing was it just felt way too repetitive, just way, way, way too repetitive for me. And I like a little bit of different things, different things to do in the game, so that way, if it feels repetitive for me, I can go off and do something else. Like if it's not great, if I'm bored but I still like the game, I'll go off and do this, and it'll grab my attention again.
Yeah. I think it's one of those games where you just have to try to get past. Like it's kind of like like when we do our anime stuff. You got to just get past that very beginning.
Could be. I just couldn't, no matter what I did. I never played any of the other games because my first game was into that series was Monster Hunter World. So I mean, I may try one of the other Monster Hunter games, but
The only really one that I know of at the moment is Monster Hunter Rise.
yeah.
But I don't think it's I don't know. When I play Monster Hunter World, I enjoy it because the whole, like when I'm stabbing the monster, when I'm stabbing it, and I'm only doing 1 damage, I can see why people would get annoyed or irritated and not like that part of the aspect. But that being said, though, like I like what's the word? I like the fact of using different elements in the game.
Yeah.
Like I like using a sword, using a gun lance, using all that. I enjoy that. I enjoy the different ways that you can to attack the creatures. I enjoy that. I like that. But I see where people don't like it.
Yeah. And it's just a game I just couldn't get into no matter what or how hard I tried. And I know it's a popular game. I mean, it's popular enough that they made a movie out of it. I haven't seen yet, so I don't know if it's good or bad.
The movie was not all hyped to be, my friend.
Yeah, like I said, I never saw the movie. Like, all I know is that they bring in people from another world to the Monster Hunter world, and I'm all like, that doesn't sound like the game.
No, that's like I said. It's one of those it's hard to say.
I do know Tony Bob. I think that's his name. Played in that movie. That's all I know. And what's her name? She played. Yeah, Mila, whatever her last name is. She did the Resident Evil movies. That just spiraled out of control.
I think it was rated actually one of the top grossing movies or whatever. But that's besides the point. Game wise, I enjoyed it. I actually love playing that game. It's interesting to see all the different dinosaurs or all the different monsters to hunt.
Yeah, I do admit I did with the game. I did like the things you could say if something happened.
Oh yeah, like when you jump on the actual mount.
Yeah, if you jumped on the mount, you could go like wee.
My safe word's pineapple juice.
Yeah. Or something. Because I know for a while yours was look at me senpai or something like that.
Notice me senpai.
Yep. You told me that one. What's out of even though you couldn't get into it, is there anything from the game you couldn't get into that you did like, even though you couldn't get into, you did like that part of the aspect of the game?
No, none of it. It was just one of those it was hard. It was hard for me to be like, yeah, that's such a great game.
It doesn't have to be that's such a great game. It'd be I didn't like it, but I did like this part of it, with me and the wordings.
For me, it was hard. The controls were hard. The graphics were all right, but the playstyle I wasn't a fan of. Didn't really strike me as a game with a story. I'm sure there was, but I just didn't feel like there was much of a story to really catch my attention.
Yeah. The graphics of it was pretty. I did like the graphics of Bloodborne. I never finished it. I never finished
not me.
Bloodborne. I never finished it either. I did like the graphics a little bit. It did give off like a creepy,
I didn't
like
like how the weapons looked. I didn't like the outfits. I didn't like the play style.
I did like the graphics and how they did the city. Like it felt really creepy and very. I don't want to say Lovecraftian, but I want to.
That sounds actually, I think, very fitting. 'Cause I did think
Yeah,
it did give off. I think there was supposed to be like some sort of like Lovecraft part for it.
but it just felt really creepy and very. I don't want to be here kind of vibe.
Yeah, it kind of gave me that old England kind of vibe. But I
Yeah,
just there was nothing about that game I could get into.
yeah. Now, if you could actually redesign Bloodborne into something you could actually play, how would you do it?
Mm, trying to think on how I would.
Well, while you do that,
Probably leave the graphics. I'd probably leave the graphics the way it is.
yeah,
I'd probably leave the customization. No,
yeah,
I'd leave that be. But the weapon designs, I just couldn't do. I would definitely change that up.
yeah,
Like, since we're on the subject, what I would probably somewhat do is take the weapons and either do it like big, like Monster Hunter World style,
yeah,
or I would trying to think of how I would do it. Definitely like Monster Hunter World, definitely like a big giant great sword, something like that, not some foldable style sword.
yeah,
Trying to think of, I would probably do some medieval style. I would do like the guns, like the old, like when they did like the flintlock pistols and stuff. I would definitely do something like that.
yeah,
But I don't want to say like Pirates of the Caribbean, or wouldn't want to do something like video game wise. I'm trying to think of a game like Baldur's Gate 3 or something.
yeah,
I would do something like Baldur's Gate 3, but at the same time, I don't know, because I would like to have like the spears, or a giant or a great axe, or the rapier, or scimitar.
yeah,
I would definitely do like medieval probably style weapons, but combine that with like the flintlock pistol, some sort of gun, just not something modern.
yeah,
But I would also throw in giant like great swords from like Monster Hunter World.
yeah.
You
I get
know?
it. I get it.
Now, same question for you. Even though I fucking hate asking you this because you're a fucking communist little bitch.
I probably would just give more stuff to do, like especially with the monsters. Like there'd be some monsters where you had to go do the way you did it in the game. Then there'd probably be like smaller monsters where you could go get different stuff, or like it was same difficulty, but like maybe more like they'd be easier, but there'd be a lot more of them, so they'd be pretty much the same difficulty as like the big monsters where they take forever. I'd give more.
That's why I don't think you quite gave the game a chance.
I tried.
No, I get it. Like I said, I get it. But that's where I don't think you quite gave it a chance, because literally what you just said, you can do in game.
Oh,
You can go and hunt the smaller Jagras, like the smaller little things, instead of the very first creature that looks like a fat lion.
yeah,
You could hunt the smaller ones, and you'd get different style materials from them compared to the great giant one. And then once you reach a certain level, you go back there and you get like kind of the same materials, but it's like a Jagras hide plus, which
yeah,
helps you unlock like so many new outfits, so many new weapons.
yeah,
It's worth it, and that's where I like that, but that's where, like I said, like you said, maybe you just couldn't get into it, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably do something like that much earlier in the game. Probably make more than one area stop. You know, not just have that one like safe area where you meet at in the city with the cats and the other people. Maybe, hey, I have to go this area. You have to go to this safety zone to go to these areas to go defeat.
Right. Like I said, that's where I just my personal opinion. I don't think you really gave that game much of a chance. But like you said, you just couldn't get into it, and hey, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of a little bit where it hits you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I tried. I really did. Like for the longest time, I
Well,
tried. I mean, I played.
yeah, I
Go
get
on.
it. You don't gotta explain it to me. You get it. Plus, it didn't help that the person we were hanging out with and playing at the time didn't really help out much.
No, he really didn't. He really
And I
didn't.
think that's kind of what screwed you over, or kind of screwed you a little bit,
Yeah.
is the fact that he didn't really do much to help out.
It also didn't help that he would always go on and be like, "Hey guys, I can just carry you," and I'm not really a fan of that because if someone tells me, "Hey, it's okay, I'll just carry you," I will lose interest in the game fast. If someone's all like if I'm like level 1 and they're like level 30, how about you just stand there, do nothing, and I'll defeat the boss for you so you can get it. Which don't get me wrong, it's nice. It's not. It's a nice gesture. I would just rather do it so that way I can get the experience and know how to do it. And if someone tells me just stand there and I'll do it and I'll just carry you, I'll lose interest in the game fast. Like
Yeah,
hands
the only thing
down.
I can tell you right now, though, is when it comes to a game like Monster Hunter World, that's kind of what does happen. But you don't stand there. Like, if you said, hey, I'm actually going to try the game, I wouldn't sit there and basically be like, oh, yeah, no, you just stand there, look pretty, and I'll carry you. It's more of like the way that I think the game is set up is more you can do it yourself, but you're probably because that game is like not meant to be played by yourself,
Yeah.
and it's one of those like you just gotta have somebody that's there to help you out,
Yeah.
and it's like but you gotta choose who you play because say you get on there and you want to play it and you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this by myself. I would look at it and be like, sure, but you're gonna die right away.
Yeah.
You're gonna need the help. That's just how some of these games are made to be. You gotta get some help. But I would be like, nah, I'm gonna stand here and let you fight it. But when it gets to the point where we're either gonna run low on time or you're close to death, then I'm gonna step in, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. It's just one of those games where it's like with any game, World of Warcraft, any of those massive multiplayer online games, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Final Fantasy 14. If everyone's just all like, you can just minus the boss parts. If you just stand there, if you just stand there and let me do it, I'll lose interest in the game. I'll be like, yep, I'm gonna go do something else.
Right, but how does that work for you on like Diablo then?
That one was with more. That one was actually my first instant in that kind of style because my dad, I used to play Diablo with my dad, and when I was a kid, and he would just carry me through the games, and I'd just walk, and my dad would just be slaughtering everything that's trying to attack us because my dad was OP, and I was like level 1, and I'm all like, all right, I'm just gonna walk instead of learning how to do this shit.
But you see my point though. You gotta just kind of keep an open mind. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna force you to like a game you're not gonna like, but
yeah,
I think the bigger part of it is just more along the lines of the person we were playing with wasn't ideal.
yeah,
I think that's more of what it is. It was just more of it wasn't ideal because he would either run ahead and screw us over, or he would basically turn around and be like, "No, no, guys, I got this." And like, as much as I play it, and I still have people that jump in and help me out because I suck. I do. It's one of my favorite games, and I suck at it because, you know, my build is not exactly great. But, you know, that being said, though, too,
Yeah.
you know, you just gotta find who it is you want to play with.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just got to find those groups of people that you can play with, and we'll make that.
You know,
we'll make it.
like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you just got to find
But
those
see,
groups.
like me, I'm the kind of person where I don't want to play with somebody who can't have an open mind. Like if I sit there and they're like, it's a new game, and I'm like, hey, you should try this game out, and they're like, nah, man, I'm just not quite feeling it. Okay, hey, that's your opinion. That's fine. You know, no problem there.
Yeah.
But if they're, you know, if they're basically like, oh no, I'm just gonna carry you, and we're gonna just keep going ahead and ahead and ahead, and just leave nothing for you. I can't play with people like that.
Yeah. And the guy we used to play with used to do that all the time in any other games we'd play together with. And it's just
Yeah, I think I think the way things have ended, I don't have an issue with, because I think we are better off without that kind of person.
yeah. So if it wasn't going to be Bloodborne for you, what game would you have chosen?
Mass Effect.
Fucking sacrilege, you dirty, dirty whore.
Oh yeah, well, get the fuck over it.
If it wasn't, like I'm not gonna shit out your favorite game, you know.
Oh no, I'm not. The only reason why I'm saying Mass Effect is because I love the action of it.
Wait, you have to be specific. The Mass Effect trilogy or Andromeda?
Well, I'm talking about Mass Effect in general.
All right, you're still a dirty whore then.
Well, like, I like the fighting, I like the guns and everything, I like the little customizations you can do. I like that, I like the romance thing. The only thing I had an issue with is there was no emotion in the talking scenes. It literally felt like I was like a robot. Blah, 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 blah. It didn't feel like there was emotions, and I just couldn't. That's the one thing I didn't like was the dialogue. It felt like there were no option or no emotion to the talking. It was just like you saw their mouth moving, but it didn't quite match up to what they were saying. I just couldn't.
I felt the emotions in that one, in the Mass Effect trilogy, trilogy one. The only thing I can think of that for your aspect would have to be maybe it was more on the thing they were trying to go more materialistic, military, more material. Words are hard. Military.
Speak, Jesus Christ.
But that's all, folks. That they couldn't get into that you couldn't get into the military side of it, because he in the trilogy Shepard was, whether you chose male or female, he was part of the military.
No, I know that.
And
it wasn't the military aspect. It was just the dialogue was not that great. There was.
That's the only one I can think of.
Like I said, for me, it was just more of along the lines of I just couldn't get behind the dialogue.
Yeah, for me,
not the options. It was just the fact of imagine your head just blank and just stare. Your head's not moving, and you're just, yup, that sounds great. Yup, okay, let's go do that. Let's do that mission. That's what it felt to me.
I get it. Good games aren't for everyone. I had to make one crack.
You're just mad because Mass Effect was not one of my options on games I don't like.
Technically, you said Mass Effect Andromeda, not the entire series. Which I can get behind Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda was shit. It was. Mass Effect Trilogy wasn't bad. The dialogue could have probably used more improvement. I'm not saying they were bad games. I just didn't like how the dialogue was in the trilogy.
Yeah. I think the only reason why Mass Effect Andromeda was shit is because they took everybody off from Mass Effect Andromeda, a lot of people off from Mass Effect Andromeda, and put them on Anthem, and we all know how Anthem worked out. I think the
everybody hated that game when I actually didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it, I just felt like they were trying to push it too hard. Like I think they were trying to make it. They were trying to. I think they were trying to make it the next Destiny.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. They were treating it like it needed to be like a new Destiny game.
Yeah, and in my personal opinion, in games, whenever you try to make a game the next this, that's when it fails miserably. You need to make it the best anthem it is. It's the only anthem, so you got to make it the best one. Don't focus on. I'm gonna make like if they were to do Monster Hunter World and make it the next, Final Fantasy 14, it'd fail miserably, fail hard. It's just you got to make it the best, whatever the fuck it is. You got to make it. You got to make it the best, whatever it is, and you got to.
All right, let's move on though. What's your next? What was your second choice then?
It is the Call of Duty series, but only the multiplayer part.
Oh my god, sacrilege! You fucking comment. No, I'm just kidding. I actually agree with you on that one.
It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's repetitive, and I just can't get into it. There's people who like those games, and there's people who don't, and I'm one of those people who don't.
Dude, look at the story. Even the story for Call of Duty is literally the same fucking thing, all over.
Yeah, and it's just
the only reason why people fucking like Call of Duty at this point is literally for the zombies. Or you've got those immature, fucking unappreciative little shit kids that fucking are all like, "You're trash! You're trash!"
Yeah.
Call of Duty used to be good when I was like in high school because when you had a problem with somebody, you could 1v1 somebody on a map. You didn't have this battle royale stupid crap.
Yeah.
Where these kids will be like, "You're trash! You're trash!"
Yeah. The toxicity in the multiplayer chat is bad. If I ever jump back on multiplayer, one thing I would want to hear is a woman gamer go into a lobby when all the men are talking shit. Because I saw a video of this once, and I want to see it in person myself. I would die a happy man. And I'm gonna make a joke. How dare I assume my own gender? Dun-dun-dun. I want to hear a woman go, "Wow, men are so emotional." Because I saw the video once, and they just shut up. And I want to see that. Because anybody who's been on Call of Duty servers, Call of Duty lobby knows there is some shit on there that you can't unhear when they start talking. So, yeah. Don't get me wrong, the zombies part was fun as hell. I loved Call of Duty Zombies. I think
The only thing people don't like is these kids that go on there and they're all loud and obnoxious for no fucking reason.
Yeah, or you get the people that are blaring music and it feels like you're the music is like right near the speaker to the mic. And you're like, "This is a great song, even though I can't fucking hear anymore."
Yeah.
Early Call of Duty lobbies were like that, just blaring music, and you're like, "The fuck, that is way too loud." Or you have those people that are yelling in the background, and you can't hear anything else.
Yep. Kids like that are fucking annoying. So what event, do we got enough time for more? Or
Yeah, we got enough. Yeah, we got enough time for more.
So what would be your third? I'm curious. What would be your third?
My third? Ooh, that is a
You
tough.
heard me.
That is a tough one for me.
What to say? I didn't fucking stutter.
Yes, you did.
I'll stutter my fist in your throat if you don't fucking answer.
Now that's hot.
Settle down.
Probably World of Warcraft, and it just couldn't keep my attention.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I've tried it multiple times. It's a fun game. I just always get bored of it, and I always go do something else. Like
That's
it's
impressive. That's impressive that you've got the gall to sit there and say that.
well, from what I've learned over the years, early World of Warcraft was fun and hard, and you got with a couple buddies and it was just amazing. Now it's just because World of Warcraft dedicated to the hardcore gamers, the gamers that would spend 5, 6, 7, 8 hours playing World of Warcraft to get a couple things and everything like that. Now it's more towards the casual gamers that'll jump on 1-2 hours a day, and they'll get good stuff no matter what. And it just felt it felt like there was just felt like it just couldn't keep my attention. Like I'd play it for like a good week, and then it'd be like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm bored of this game, and I just wouldn't go back to it.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
You know, and it's just, it's World of Warcraft is the only game that would do that. You know, well, it's actually technically it's almost any other MMORPG, because almost every MMORPG, I always get bored of it because I always get there's always like really nothing to do for me. Whereas, I'd like to go do dungeons alone, but there are in most MMORPGs, dungeons you have to play with people, and I hate playing with randos. I hate playing with randos because they're annoying. Most randos in dungeons, they always run ahead, and you can't do anything, and you're just sitting there going, "Well, this is a nice fucking walk now, isn't it? Hey, look, over there's a dead squirrel." And that's a dead body, and that's a dead body. What a nice day for a walk. So I would much rather find a group of people, which is hard to play an MMORPG with, 3-4 people to play. Like one guy plays a tank, one guy plays a healer, and couple guys play DPS, and I just couldn't get into it. What's your third?
First one was Bloodborne.
Yep.
Second one was Mass Effect.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, well, you'll get the fuck over it. I do agree with Call of Duty, but I think the other game I hate the most, and I do mean the most, and I'm going to enjoy saying this, so enjoy it. I want you to just sit here and enjoy this. Fortnite.
Yeah. Like, we played Fortnite back when it was just Save the World.
I played Fortnite. Me and JT played Fortnite back when it was Save the World, and you and the other guy we won't mention because, well, he's not worth it, got mad because essentially me and JT sat there and gave you guys shit because you guys fucking would take naps and everything. Like, you guys got mad and stopped playing all because of that.
I don't think I did. I stopped because I just got bored of it, because I'll get bored of games easily now, every now and then. But that was a fun game. It really was. The Save the World aspect was a fun game. I think more along the line, if he got mad, was the fact that just because he took way more naps than I did. Way more naps than I did. He'd take a nap for 3 hours, play for half an hour, take another 3-hour nap. And we'd give him shit all the time for it. It'd be like on any game we played, Ark, or...
Well, I remember you getting a little heated, too, when you got made fun of a little bit for taking naps. I do remember that.
That is because JT compared me to the guy that we shall not name.
The guy we shall not name. Fuck that guy.
That's mainly because he just a lot of times he would compare me to him, and that just always irked me.
I mean, I don't blame you. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what. I remember you got a little mad, but we're not talking about that. But I would say I hate Fortnite.
I get it.
The Save the World aspect did seem fun, yes, but even now it's toxic. It is far worse, in my opinion.
Yeah. My favorite is they did the battle royale without the building. I'm like, it's just normal battle royale then.
even then, I didn't even so much care for it then because I couldn't. It was just so bad.
Yeah, it's a fad game that comes back in fashion every once in a blue moon, and I'm all like, it's a game with
Well,
cartoony graphics, and it's just not really that
and not
fun.
only that, but look at everything they're fucking doing. They are seriously like the Walt Disney of fucking battle royales right now.
Yeah,
They fucking they're incorporating anime now into their shit. Why I have no idea because they're little fucking bitches. Yes, I said it. Get over yourself. But they steal fucking Marvel. They took characters from fucking Marvel. They took anime characters. They took fucking God of War, Mandalorian. They've taken so many characters and basically like, here, give them a gun and a fucking pickaxe and do something.
yeah, they took characters from other games like Master Chief, other I think a couple Borderlands. I know they did something with DC and Marvel comics, and other stuff like that. And I think that the main thing they're taking all that stuff is they're just trying to stay relative with a lot of that stuff. They want to stay relative,
That's
and
my point though. That's where I'm getting annoyed. It's like you're telling me you're that shit where you've got to steal fucking characters from other people, other games and other things just to fucking be relevant? That's sad. That is pathetic. That is like another episode we can do on why I hate fucking Fortnite.
yeah, I know there's a story behind the battle royale, which is honestly kind of interesting because, as far as I know, no other game that has battle royale ever is doing a story for the battle royale. I just have no interest in learning the story for the battle royale because I know Dwayne the Rock Johnson did some voicing for the battle royale.
Yeah, well, fucking, I don't so much care for Fortnite to know anything about it.
Yeah, I watch some YouTube videos that talk about random shit, and every now and then they'll bring up Fortnite, and I'm all like, huh, why the fuck do I have to know that now? So, yeah, but yeah, Fortnite is. I liked the cartoony graphics. The
You're
battle
the only
pass,
one that.
the battle passes. I could never really get behind the battle passes. It just seems like a gimmick. Because I know Overwatch 2 is now doing battle passes instead of the loot boxes because they got in trouble with the loot boxes.
Why did they get in trouble with the loot boxes?
In some other countries, it's considered gambling, which is illegal in their countries, I believe. And
Oh no.
it could be detrimental to health and all that other stuff, and people are spending way too much money getting the loot boxes and everything like that. And I think the only way around stuff like that, if they wanted to do loot boxes or that llama thing, instead of that, is why not just incorporate it into the game where, hey, you play a game, no, if you win the game, you get this many loot boxes. If you lose a game, you get this many loot boxes, or you don't get any loot boxes, or you get like one or two. So it could make everybody happy. Hey, you can't buy the loot boxes. You have to play the game in order to, get the loot boxes. So there's no spending money. Do it like they have. Do it like or you get those like Pokemon cards or card packages, whatever. You get one foil, and then you have a chance to get some really good ones or really shit ones. What would you do if they added loot boxes in that aspect to Monster Hunter World?
No.
No?
No. That would be because right then you're leaving everything up to RNG, which is fucking stupid. You've already got enough to deal with RNG on fucking with trying to get materials. So loot boxes would be fucking stupid. And then looking at how the actual story of the game would be, oh yeah, you're supposed to go out and kill these monsters and literally carve their fucking skin to get materials. Nope, we're gonna add loot boxes. Like, are you fucking with me right now?
Yeah. So here's since we got like 5 more minutes, what's your opinion on Rocket League? I couldn't
Never
get.
played it. Never cared to.
So that one's out of. Okay, I was about to say because I've only played like a little bit of it, but
Never thought about it. Never really wanted to, if I'm being honest with you.
I get it. I really do. But yeah, loot boxes. That's another story for another day. I did for like Monster Hunter World, to kind of jump back into that one for like a quick second. I did like the fact that you could in Monster Hunter World you could either kill the monsters or you could capture them in some instances. If I remember correctly, some of them where you had to kill, some of them you could do either or. Some of them you had to capture.
So
that's if I'm remembering correctly.
So for the Elder Dragons, you could not capture, you had to kill. Everything else was literally capture or kill.
Yeah, which I did like that aspect of that game. I did. But, and if I remember correctly, there was also an aspect of the game which I also did like where if you killed it, it wouldn't respawn for a period of time, and a couple of other monsters would appear, and it'd be different ones, so it wouldn't be you couldn't go back and try again over and over again.
You had to switch things up a bit, yes.
Yeah, which I did kind of like, because it felt like if you
The other thing I liked with Monster Hunter World is they incorporated a lot of other things. Like you could make the Keeper basically look like Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You can make your character literally look like The Witcher or like Dante.
Yeah. All right, here.
You get Dante's sword or his guns.
I did know you were excited about the Witcher thing.
Yeah,
because you did talk
really cool.
Yeah, because you did talk about that for a while. Did they ever incorporate the movie into the game? Because I know with some games they'll do that, like add the characters from the movie to the game in like NPC as NPCs.
The movie was more of like the game. That's all it was. The movie was literally just the fucking game.
Okay. I never really watched the movie, and I don't really care to, because from my understanding, it's just, we're bringing people from our world over to the Monster Hunter world to fight the monsters, when I just always thought, in the aspect of the game, you guys are new hunters going to this land to fight the monsters.
Yes, in the game, you are going not from, you're not basically being fucking isekai'd, but in the movie, that's basically what they decided to do. In the game, it was more of you were from a different land. You were from a different area, and you were trying to establish a new colony somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what it was in the game.
Yeah. Which
they didn't add any of the characters. There was no real characters. I mean, you see the cat cooking fish.
I never really watched the movies, and I really don't care to. Hell,
but you played the game.
Yeah.
You played the game. When you played the game, and when you got into the actual area, you see a cat making food.
Which I fucking loved.
Right, so you see that cat in the movie.
Yeah.
The only thing that they wanted you to look at was Nero Diablo and the Rathalos. That's all that they wanted you to see.
Yeah.
Was literally the dragon and then a black Diablos, which, if I remember correctly, in the game was Nero Diablos.
Yeah. But yeah, those are our games, guys. It's been 45 minutes, so I'm calling it here. We're still learning. We're still relearning, getting back on track with now just two of us. So bear with us.
We're doing fine.
I'm talking about the questions and everything. Well, me more than you, to try and get back on to reincorporate the time, because I had everything down to a fucking point before
You just suck. That's all it is. You just suck.
Only on days that end in Y.
That's every day.
You know what? Shut up. How dare you ruin? How dare you ruin my religion? It's not what I wanted to say, but it first.
End this shit and shut the fuck up.
But
You're starting to annoy me.
I enjoy our friendship.
Fuck off.
I'm Globaloutcast. That is the heAnimeShogun. If you guys like us, don't be afraid to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow on any podcast platform you are listening on. If you are not listening on it, well then, sucks to suck. I shall call it here, and I shall talk at you guys later.
Oh, fucking time.